Hello everyone, Waqas Mansoor here. Today, I would like to discuss about how to calculate the reactions on the tower crane foundation. This is the topic today. So, I took for an example from one supplier, the tower crane foundation support reactions. It is totally self-supporting and resting on the foundation at the ground floor level, isolated. So, okay. So, here is a catalog pictures. And this is only for data. For every different suppliers have different reactions, so you have to take these values from the actual supplier on that side. So let me start first. Here that you can see there are two cases. In one case, when the tower crane is in service, and when the tower crane is out of service. So what do you mean by in service and out service? In service means when the tower crane has a load on both sides. So if you have a load on the at the edge here, which it is holding from the ground floor or any floor, and you have a counterweight. So this is means in service when you have load on both the ends, and out of service means when you have a counterweight but you do not have load on the tower crane is not holding any load. So there is no balance of loads here, so that is out of service. So most of the cases, the worst case scenario is out of service because there is no load on one side, so it's create more movement, overturning movement, which is the most of the cases is the governing scenario, so which is out of service case. But let us discuss both. So in service, you can see the weight coming directly from the foundation and the moment, maximum moment, which is transferred at the foundation, which is this value. Okay, this is the moment, and this is the shear force which is coming on the foundation, and these forces will be on maximum reaction, which is tension, compression. These forces is given by the suppliers, but we will try to calculate by ourselves how this moment and shear and the weight transfer to this tension and compression on the foundation. Similarly, out of service, you can see the weight moment, which is see it's more than this in service case, and shear, you can see the shear force is also more in case of in service. So most of the cases out of service governs the design of the foundation. So let's come down here. So first case I took is when the tower crane is 0 degree, or you can say 90 degree in this direction or in this direction. As you know, this tower crane is fixed in the center, and it can rotate all 360 degree, complete 360 degree to where it will pick the load from one end and then move to another floor, side of floors, or if you have a floor on this side, it can unload. So it can move all 360 degrees. So on every action, it has the different loads on the supports. So let us discuss when it is exactly on 0 degree, or you can say 90 degree, what will happen on the support. So if you can see, notice I just mark the foundation tags, which is this support have TC1 name, this support I make it TC2, TC3, TC4, and the legs are 1.6 meter apart. So this is 1.6, or what you can say 1600 millimeter apart. So this is the configuration of the foundation. This is not a foundation, it's a supporting system. Foundation we will design it later. What's the size of the foundation? But this is a configuration of the tower crane frame, where it is supported fixed on the foundation. So these are the legs of the tower crane, and it's fixed from the center. So let's start calculating the loads. So I picked these loads, which is weight, uh, moment, shear, all from the table, which is which I showed earlier, and the distance between the legs is 1.6. This diagonal length, which is 2 under root this distance between the legs x, this will be come into play when the tower crane is at 45 degree. or 135 degree. But in our 0 to 90 case, it will not there, but I just keep it. I assume that the thickness of foundation at this current time is 1 meter. This is an assumption. So what happened here is that when the load weight, the gravity load will always be divided into four legs. So the dead weight or the total weight, which is on the counter weight or the weight what it will take hold, our crane will be come into the center, and that load will be transferred to all four legs every time, in every case. So it will be, so the weight will always, W will always be divided by 4, which is I did here. If you can see the weight on each leg, so this value is nothing but this W by 4. Okay, this is W by 4. I can open the Excel sheet. If you can see my Excel sheet now, here this will show that you have a weight on each leg, which is divided by 4. Now the force due to shear force considered on two legs. So in this case also, the shear force will be there. So how I distribute the shear force? The shear force, what I consider here is like this. When you have this value is a shear force value, this shear force will be divided by the distance of between these two legs, 1.6, and multiply by the thickness of the foundation. So, or in other words, you can say that F, which is shear force multiplied by the thickness of the foundation, which is 1 meter, which will make a moment. That moment will be divided by the distance between the legs, which is 1.6, which this will create tension and compression. So from the shear force, I create a moment which is force into the thickness of the foundation, and that moment will be divided with the gap or length distance between the two legs, which is 1.6. So that force, shear force. So suppose if the crane is like this, so the shear force will create a moment in this direction. So what happening is, because of shear force, we have a compression in these two members and we have a tension in these two members because of shear force. So you have a shear force like this, it will create a moment and it will divided by this load. So it will create compression in these two, TC2 and TC4, and tension in TC1 and TC3. So what will happen? So whatever moment I got, I will divide it by 2, because that reaction of compression will be divided into two legs, and this tension will be divided into this and this leg. So this value, which is a shear value, which is, I said, force due to shear force, consider two legs in compression and two legs in tension. So this value is already shear V times you can say F, thickness of foundation, divided by 1.6. The value will come divided by 2, so it will be 3520. This is a shear force. And the moment, which is this moment, the moment on each leg will be, of course, M divided by the leg distance 1.6, and that moment value will also be taken by the two legs, which is divided by 2. So that's the shear, which is could be a compression form or tension. This is we need to know. So what happened is, as I discussed, the dead weight will be divided, the weight W will be divided equally in four legs. Shear force will be divided like if it is if the orientation of the travertine is like this. So the shear will the compression will come in these two because of shear, and tension will come in these two because of shear, and also the moment will be in this direction. So also the compression will come to in these two legs, and tension will come to these two legs. Okay, so let's make so the moment what we calculate, M divided by 1.6, which is the gap between these two, divided by 2, so that each leg will get this value. So if I talk about TC1, which is tension, the TC1 is very easy: weight, total W, minus shear force, minus moment. So this is the value you will get. Compression, weight plus shear force plus moment, you will get this compression. And similarly, because they are on 0 degree or 90 degree, so both two legs will get the same values, and you will not and same calculation will goes for in service. Only the loads will be changed, but the formulas or steps of calculation will be same. So this is how we calculate the loads or reactions on the tower crane support when the crane is on 0 degree or 90 degree. For the next, I will make a video again. Thank you.